All right.
Mike, you seem to know it better than any of the rest of us.
All right. I think
Ah,
we're live with another session of Zweihander, and it sounds like one of our players is volunteering another to do the recap of what happened last time.
Uh,
One,
okay,
two,
I
three,
was
not it.
just saying how much I don't remember, but okay. Start of the last session, we began at at the close of our first adventure, having defeated an evil cult. We were at a semi-abandoned inn, and were surrounded by a number of lawmen with their guns pointed at us, and we managed to convince them that we were the good guys and that they should let us go and believe us. And they agreed to take us to, I believe, somewhere to tell our story to to local people in charge. And in the meantime, we took a barge and rode the wagons downriver to a small waypoint, not quite a city, where we got into an situation with some local toughs that were doubling as law enforcement, but not really. They were more like thugs with badges, and they were dogging a young man who was on the run from them, who had intercepted a missive that we eventually recovered. The man died of his wounds, but not before we recovered a message that said there was going to be a delivery of a Wytchstone, which is an important item that I guess can be used in magic. It's very hard to harvest, as you have to go into places that are very dangerous to get it, places that would potentially sicken or kill you. So this is good.
Yeah, I just threw the note up there to refresh your memory. Expecting Wytchstone to arrive in Minute on the 13th aboard the Twin Trout, not the Tin Trout.
Yeah, and then one of our characters, quick on his feet, thought of sending the toughs to the barge where the lawmen were, and they got properly trounced. And then we made our way down to Minute and went to a local bawdy house there. And that's where the session concluded, after we spent the evening helping take care of a thug that was, I guess, working there but harassing the girls, and managed to draw attention to ourselves as we investigated a local fop that had kind of a strange interest in one of the women there that he was drawing, and some magical or not quite normal things happening. Some things in the bawdy house that kind of make you suspect that maybe there's more afoot there. Music playing in the background when no one's playing, other sounds, and some other things that Ruby can't quite remember right now. So I'm sure I've forgotten a bunch of stuff. So whatever anyone remembers.
That sounds good. Did you, Marie?
Yeah,
You
not
guys
a single proper name in there.
Marie, and you also snuck into that funny kid's room.
Yes.
With a commanding presence.
That's right.
Yeah, and that didn't go real well.
And the brothel worker sucker punched that giant bodyguard.
Oh, yes.
He just turned around and she cold cocked him, and he dropped to the ground, like, out. And she called out to Marie, "You see, it worked. It worked."
Oh, there was that Marie. The Marie. There was some strange things about her, as I recall now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she came out and yelled, and that was just like it.
Isn't that the name of the adventure?
Yeah, but that's meta knowledge.
Yes, that's the name of the adventure. There's something about Marie.
Yeah, and there was actually something about Marie. I'm trying to remember what it was now.
She had a very peculiar. I can't say the word. Particular. Thank you. Perfume that you smelt on her person, so she was making her way around the room.
She's a fucking Slaneshi demon.
She had a certain air about her. She seemed like she did not belong working in a brothel. She seemed very out of place.
Was it patchouli?
Yeah, it was patchouli stank.
No, she had a dirk on her as well, as I recall, or some weapon.
She did have a
stiletto.
Stiletto, that's it. Yes.
And as you found out earlier in the session, only certain kinds of people carry stilettos.
I'll take offense at it now.
yeah. The Edmund carries a stiletto. And what does Edmund do for a living? Oh, right, he's a smuggler.
Edmund's like, I resemble that remark.
No, that's good. I want to say thank you to Bounty Hunter from One Crit Wonder TV for hosting us tonight. And it looks like we got another host here on Roll High Don't Die. So we've got a couple of channels hosting our game tonight. So we might have some new people stopping by, which would be cool.
Nice. Hello, people. Hello.
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 Welcome to our humble Sunday night Zweihander session. All right. So Roll High Don't
Brilliant
Die.
recap, Mike.
Yes, that was very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
We had a week off there in between, so details got fuzzy.
Yeah, it doesn't take long for for that to fade.
And Wes is here. Yay, Wes.
Hey, Wes.
Thank you, Wes, for working on that character sheet for us. You're a hero. All right, so you guys called it a night there in the brothel. I can't remember. You didn't do anything weird? Y'all just kind of went to your rooms and that was it? Classic.
I got up to handle the bouncer, but she handled him pretty handed.
Yeah, he was taken away to the back rooms there as soon as he was cold cocked to the floor. So yeah, you guys spend the night and you wake up the next morning in Minute. You make your way downstairs to the ground floor of the brothel, and you're greeted by the two young ladies that were your company the night before. And again, oh, do you care for some breakfast? How was your evening? How was your stay?
Here's one. I'll have some breakfast.
Oh, very good, very good. We've got sausages and beans.
Yeah, I'll have 2 plates.
Oh, a growing boy. Yes, we'll get you 2 plates, and one of them scuttles off to the kitchen to put in your order. And the other remains there at your table. And she starts to pry again. So what is it that brings you to Minute? Why are you stopping through? Nobody really stays here. This is just a port town. So what?
Is this Marie?
No, this isn't Marie. This is just one of the 2 brothel workers that was hanging out with you the night before.
Was it the one that punched?
Yeah, let's say it's the one that knocked out Diesel, the bouncer.
That's a heck of a right hook you got there.
She just kind of blushes and smiles. Thanks.
I heard you say something worked. What worked?
She goes, well, it's nothing. Diesel's he's not a nice man, and he works for Monsieur Kennard, and they're edging in here on the business. So we have to take matters in our own hands and stand up for ourselves.
Ruby will look over and say, "Who is this Monsieur Kennard?"
Oh, he's a local crime boss. He thinks he runs this town. He makes everybody pay taxes, and he gets involved and meddles in everyone's affairs. Diesel there, the one I knocked out, he works for him. He doesn't work for the madam.
What percentage does he look for as a take?
I don't know. I'm not privy to that.
Does out of character, is Marie the madam?
Marie is not the madam.
Okay.
She
So
seems
is
to have
that,
some type of authority.
Yeah. Rubio asks, is that woman Marie? Is she there for protection for you?
No, she came here a few weeks ago and joined the brothel.
So she's a working girl?
Well, she seems to have some sort of arrangement with Madame Dominica and has stayed in the inn ever since she arrived.
But she's not someone that our boys here could hire for an afternoon of pleasure.
No, she has not seen any clients in her time here. If you want, anybody who wants to, you can go ahead and make me a routine charm test while you're questioning her.
Barjan doesn't charm.
But I know somebody who does.
Yep. Sure, it's set to routine. That's standard, right?
I was gonna say, there's no music playing. Oh, look at that! All right, you nail it. So you're asking her some details and some information about Marie, and the prostitute goes, now that you mention it, I do recall that every evening around sunset, she visits a river lock, and she seems to take a keen interest in anybody who arrives daily. That's it's the only really thing that stood out from her. She doesn't spend a lot of time here during the day, and just a little bit in the evening, but we don't see too much of her.
Ships come mostly during the day?
Yeah, they do. And then the last ones typically arrive in the early evening. Not very many barges want to be traveling on the river late at night with, the orcs and the mutants that have been seen in the area.
You think the madam would want to hire us maybe to see if we can sort out this disagreement about the business?
She might. You may want to approach her about such a proposition.
All right. Should Ruby look around the table at the others?
Lead on, Ruby.
Edmund's just eating and kind of like looking back and forth amongst everybody.
Yeah. While this has been going on, your plates have come out, Edmund, and they toss them down in front of you, and you're just inhaling these things. You got bean juice all over your face and sausage. It's just a disgusting sight to see.
It's his way.
It's who he is.
You gonna eat that?
Is it the out of character? What day is it?
It is the 13th.
Is it a Friday?
Yeah, let's say it's a Friday. It's Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Why not? But today is the 13th, and the mysterious note that the lad who was stabbed and died back in the last stop was carrying said tonight is the night. And
what was the name of the heavy again?
Diesel, the bouncer.
No, and his boss's name?
Oh, Monsieur Canard. His name was also mentioned the night before. I believe it's Bruno Canard. When you guys were talking at the brothel the night before, it was dropped.
Yeah. So, Ruby's going to ask now that she's getting a rapport with this woman, she'll say, so we're kind of careful. We're going to be spending some time around town here. Anybody else in Canard's crew we should be aware of?
She tilts her head back, kind of puts her hand to her face and thinks about it for a moment. She goes, no, there's just thugs and just scum in this town that he employs. No one in particular to keep out a watch for, but really you want to steer clear of him. He's a terrible man.
Is he the one in charge of the town now?
Well, he likes to think he's in charge of the town. No one really is in charge of Minute. We're just a small port town, a kind of a stopover. There's maybe 100 folks that live here, and everybody who lives here works here. So,
anybody else important in town?
Other than the madam, no. Those are the big players here.
And what was you'd already said the madam's name. What was her name again?
It was Madame Dominica.
I'm just looking at this note again. I have a question for her.
Okay.
Do you know anybody in town with the initials US?
Well, that's actually what Ruby was working on. She was just trying not to.
She was making her way there. She was doing the
Oh,
Columbo.
good.
She was doing the dance.
Well,
right? One more thing.
That's right. No, that's
did the
Dunderhead
initials
will just
UG
rip-
mean anything
no,
to
no.
you?
That's perfect because he's the Dunderhead, right? So
Yeah.
she's trying to tease it out without giving away any information, and he just comes out. And sometimes that's the best way to go. So when he does that, you'll see Ruby's head just go down, drop like someone cut the string on a marionette.
Perfect.
It's good stuff. She thinks about it. UG. She goes, no, I don't recall anyone with the initials UG here in town.
Any other organizations or groups?
No,
Maybe a
there's
title?
there's not really groups. There's a few places of interest you may want to stop at when you're here in town. There's a general store. There's Lanterman's Remedies. You could always go there. She's a local herbalist. She has a small hut where she sells some odd things. There's of course Wine-Eye Jacobs, where you're at now.
Where is Jacob? Lie.
Jacob died a long time ago.
Ruby will look and smack you in the back of the head. Jacob's in your pants, you fool. So this herbalist, what's her name?
Oh, yeah, of course. Her name is Katerina Lanterman.
That actually, that is interesting. We have been looking for certain potions and ointments, as these three are inclined to get into fights a lot, and
Well,
you can see they get cut up and hurt. So it would be good to have a solve.
well,
to
she
that.
does work closely with us. She is known to provide the locals and some of the girls here with herbs to remedy all sorts of embarrassing illnesses.
Ruby's face will like pucker up into like a scowl. Uh-huh.
I think she's talking about the red itch.
Yeah. and the green one too. So anybody else sell or deal in interesting things here, like antiques, or any interesting shops we could go to? We have a little bit of money to spend.
She says no. We're just a small stopover port on the river. There's really not much here at all.
Yeah. Ruby's getting.
Well, I wouldn't mind dropping by that general store, guys.
Yeah. She smiles and slides her a copper piece for her trouble.
Oh, she snatches it up quickly, and she winks at you.
Not until I get the ointment.
You, yeah, right.
Yeah. Ruby will finish her meal and look around at the others. Say, y'all fancy a walk?
I'm game.
Anything? Yeah, change the scenery.
It's fine.
Yeah, after Edmund has inhaled 2 plates.
Hey, you gonna finish your sausage there, Governor? Take some food off somebody else's if they didn't finish it.
Yeah, Ruby's just a light eater. Well, no, she's a halfling. She likes to eat, so she fends you off with her fork.
Ow! Don't have to stab so hard.
All right, so you guys finish up your breakfast and you head out into the town. So, like I said, Minute is it's a small trading outpost sitting on one of the many tributaries in this area, and small population, roughly about 100. The buildings are simple 1-story wood and stone affairs. Really, the one that sticks out the most is One-Eye Jacobs. Everything else here is pretty bland. And you asked before you left for directions to the general store, and the prostitute was more than happy to give you directions on how to get there. So you guys are walking through the streets, and it's another dark, overcast, gloomy day. It's not raining for once. Finally, the rain has let up, but it's all muddy and gross and icky as you're going through the streets. Everything's just caked in a layer of mud and filth, and people look absolutely miserable, having lived through nearly a week straight of ongoing rain. You walk through the streets, and people don't really seem to pay much attention to you. You can only assume that they're used to seeing people coming and going. They see all sorts of strange manner of folk coming through here, so you're not drawing too much attention as you guys make your way towards the general store. But as you're going down the streets, you see a group. You see a group of several rugged men, and they seem to be pushing this frail older man who looks like a peddler. He's got some goods and wares, and they're pushing him around, and they're scattering his wares on the ground and just kind of like roughing him up and pushing him up against the wall of a building that he's standing next to, and they're shaking the poor fellow down, and they're like, give us our tax. You owe us the tax money. Pay up, old man. And he's trying to protect himself. He's raising his hands against the blows, and he's pleading for mercy against these ruffians. He's holding a pair of blacksmith's tin snips and threatening to, or they're the ones holding the blacksmith's tin snips, and they're threatening to rip out a few of his molars if he doesn't pay up.
How many are there?
There are 6 of them.
How seasoned do they look?
They look like they can handle themselves in a fight. They're large, well-built individuals. They're like, oh, pay up. Where's the tax money?
Marsh looks at you two.
And
Ruby shakes her head. She's like, we can't abide that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we should get that tax.
they so you guys start closing in. You hear the guy with the blacksmith's snips go, Bruno Kennard is not to be trifled with. Pay up, old man.
Oh. Familiar name.
So you
Sounds
guys
like I got.
So you guys start to close the gap.
Ruby will just come right up to him. Say, what's the man owe you?
They go, one of them turns around and goes, screw off, this is none of your business, little woman.
The man asked you a question.
The man is a female halfling.
Oh. Ruby. It was Ruby. Okay.
Ruby just has a very deep baritone, that's all.
The lady asked you a question.
How much does he owe you? I just can't do that all night. And she's going to smile and try and be charming and say, yeah, why don't you let us pay his tax today? And then we'll be gone tomorrow. And then once I'm gone, it's not, I don't have to see this. But in the meantime, you'll have your tax for today.
Okay. They turn around, they start like cracking their knuckles and looking the 4 of you up and down. They go, we've got you outnumbered. What says we need to listen to you? How about we shake down this old man, then we shake you down? And Barsh, you just rolled Intimidate and you passed, so go ahead. What does this look like?
The only thing is going to be shaking teeth out of your head, boy.
So
how many?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Ruby will slip a couple of throwing daggers into her hand. Do they have weapons in their hands?
They're carrying cudgels.
Cudgels. Okay. She'll just slip a couple of throwing daggers into her palm so that she's ready to reduce the numbers quickly.
Sure. So with that, Barsh, they look you over. They look the rest of you over, but they really are focused on you, Barsh. They see that you are you know how to handle yourself in a fight. You look battle hardened. You're
Scarred, brand on his face.
Yeah, exact. A scarred brand on your face. You've got that Morgenstern ready to just unleash on them, and you know how to use it. You look like you know how to use it, and so the X one goes, "Oh, fellas, perhaps we should take him up on their offer. He owes us hey, this old man. He owes us 5 copper."
Leave with something or leave broken.
All right. Ruby will reach in and take 5 copper out.
Ruby, if you don't mind, I'd like to pay it.
She pauses and a smile creeps over her face. She says, "Of course."
Okay. All right, Erg. What are you gonna do, these fellas?
Hey, big guy, you're not gonna pay them. I'm gonna do the air quotes. You're not gonna
I'm just
pay
looking.
by biting off the hands and the fingers like you did the last ones.
I'm gonna bewitch the copper I'm giving him.
I thought that was what he was going to do.
Okay.
I was just trying to intimidate a little.
So yeah, you've done this before, so difficulty.
Nice.
You rolled 22, so success is a critical success, right? Doubles.
Mm-hmm.
So the cursed instead suffers a minus 20 base chance to all fellowship-based skills. Very good. So
Go
you're
put that money in your loot, guys.
a piece of copper. You hand it over to him. He's got his hands cupped and held out. So what does this irritating curse look like? What is it going to take the form of this time, Erg?
Dealer's choice, Matt. I just kind of let it go, put a curse on it, and handed it over. I'm thinking maybe a very uncomfortable rash.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's that's what you want to do. So yeah, you hand him the money and he takes it and he puts it in his pocket and he all of a sudden stops and he looks around and you see his hand start to go down to a certain area and he looks at the others and she's trying to resist and he just starts scratching uncontrollably. Just scratching. What the hell? Let's go, fellas. I gotta go see Miss Lanterman about some ointment. Let's be going. And the others look at him kind of strange, and they take his orders. And one of them kind of turns back around before they leave and pushes the old man up against the pillar and goes, "Oh, we'll be back for you again later. You're lucky." And they
that'll be 1 corruption for me.
You gain 1 corruption.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and give
Sounds
yourself...
very proud of that.
It's almost like you want it.
When that one pushes the man, Ruby wants to mark his face. She's gonna. I mean, Mark isn't remember it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go all Zorro and put
No.
an R on his face with a sword.
No, she's not gonna. But she's gonna, and then if she can catch his eye, she's gonna give him a really sweet smile and a wink.
Sure.
Just hopefully the effect would be a little creepy and a little. She's trying to. She doesn't really have intimidate, so she's just gonna give him a little wink and a smile.
She doesn't. She draws her weapon, jumps on tops of tables, and tries to charm them.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna charm you with my blade.
So he pushed the guy and walked off, huh?
Yeah, he pushed this old man, threatened him, and then turned around and walked off with the rest of them.
Barsh was a little faster. He would have.
Yeah, you're itching to do something, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, how's the old man? She's gonna come over to him. Is he all right? Is he wounded?
Yeah, the old man dusts himself off and he starts to pick his wares up and put them back on the table, and he seems a bit embarrassed. He's like, thank you for your help. You didn't need to do that. You're just going to cause trouble for yourself here. I know you're not from here. You don't know who you're messing with by doing that.
She'll help pick his stuff up, and she'll say, "Nah, we were actually looking for trouble. Trouble is how we entertain ourselves." You can give him a sweet smile and say, "Are you all right?"
Yeah, I'm fine. Just my pride is bruised more than anything. My name is Fingal. Thank you again for your help.
You're welcome, Fingal. Where you head?
Well, I was just setting up for the day here to sell my wares. I'll tell you what. For your assistance, everything is half price.
Oh, all right. Maybe we'll take you up on that. Does he have anything of interest?
So you look over his table, and it's like cheap knickknacks and trinkets.
Come on, silver darts.
There's no armor, shields, or weapons at this table. It is like pottery and like cheap jewelry, and it's things that he looks like he's collected that have maybe been left behind in like an inn after someone's left. It's just
he's a junk dealer,
essentially.
Yeah. Okay.
No silver darts, eh?
No silver darts. I'm sorry, Erg.
Rubio Roberg's back a little bit and say, hey, big fella, you sniff anything over there that's of interest to you? And she'll wink to you.
No, nothing, unfortunately, that I need.
Okay, because Erg can like detect magic, right?
He can, yes. Well, he can use incantation to try and understand if something's magical.
Taste magic.
If I roll that, Matt, do you want to pick a difficulty?
Yeah, go ahead and do me an incantation roll, and we'll do it at a challenging. Yeah, so you look over everything very closely, and Fingal is, do you see anything of interest? And he's all happy. Please, I want to repay you. Like I said, half off. And you go through everything very closely, and nothing stands out to you whatsoever as being magically inclined. It looks like junk. It's like rejects from the dollar store.
The dollars.
The copper store.
Rubio will say, Finkel, we're looking for somebody in town.
Who are you looking for? Perhaps I can help.
Well, all we have are the initials. UG. Any idea who that could be?
He sits there and ponders and thinks on. No, I don't know anybody with the initials UG. I'm sorry.
Do you know anybody with the name that begins or ends with a U or a G?
Let's see. There is Utes. He is around town. He's he works on the docks, I believe.
Yeah, what's he do?
I believe he works as labor there. He'll offload things as barges as they come in.
Yeah, is that Utes his first name or his last name?
It's his first name, I believe. It's just what everybody calls him.
What's his last name?
I don't know, to be quite honest.
She smiles and says, "Well, it was worth the try, anyways." So, and then she'll say, "Is there a harbor master in town?"
Well, there's Herman Truman. I'm sure you ran into him when you came to town last night.
Did we?
Yeah, you ran into. Remember, he told you not to worry about paying the. It was storming, and he was the one who directed you to One Eye Jacobs. Yeah, he said, "Don't worry about paying the toll now. You can pay me tomorrow," and sent you on your way.
Okay. Or do the ships in the have their names on them typically?
Yes, they would.
Okay, so we could, in theory, just kind of walk along and look for the name.
You could.
All right, and probably smack into Maria. She's looking for the same name.
It's quite possible. She shows up around evening time every day.
All right, let's go. All right. Well, Ruby's kind of done, so she won't say anything else. But
Yeah, so Fingal again, he just thanks you profusely, and again, but beware, you've probably brought the wrath of Monsieur Canard down on yourselves
because we paid him.
because you stopped his men from.
We'll be fine. She winks to him sweetly.
Okay.
Ready, boys?
Yeah, you guys head on down the road.
Yeah. So once we're out of earshot, then Ruby will say, "What do you think? You think Utes then?"
I need to make that general store.
Okay, let's hit that first. Oh, you're looking for silver darts, aren't you?
You need silver darts badly.
I am out.
Can we have someone melt our silver and turn it into darts?
Yeah, right. All right, so you guys head on down the streets and you come to the general store. You enter the general store and it's a small confined shop. Very very tight. There's lots in here, but as you peruse, it seems to be a lousy selection from what you see at first. A lanky man, kind of he comes on over and he's got these shifty eyes and he seems just nervous and edgy and edgy. And you go, hello, my name's Wilhelm. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a bird.
A bird? Well, I don't have any of those.
How about any darts?
Darts. Yes. Let me see here. You partake in the game. You need some new darts.
Yep, I always keep losing mine.
He goes, okay, yes. Hold on, and he darts underneath the counter. And you can starts rummaging through things, and he doesn't stand up, but a hand comes up over the counter and slaps down a dart, and he keeps rummaging, and another hand comes up again and slams down 2 darts and keeps rummaging and puts one more up there, and they're like they're well used, a little bit rusted. If you get poked with these, you might want to go get a tetanus shot afterwards. And he goes, yes, here you go, a set of 3 darts. They don't match whatsoever. They're mismatched.
I'm trying to replace a silver one. Do you happen to have any?
A silver dart? Well, now that let me think. That is, his eyes are shifting back and forth. He's constantly darting. His head is darting towards the door as he's talking to you. A silver dart. That is very unusual. Very unusual. Yes. Let me go into the back room and I'll go have a peek here. And he scuttles off to the back room. And he's gone for quite some time. He's gone for a few minutes, and you can hear crashing and clanging, and you can only imagine how packed things are back there. If it's anything like the front of the house, it must be a disaster in the back of the house. But after a few minutes, he comes back, and he's holding a single silver dart in his hands. He goes, I knew I had one. Yes, that'll be 15 silver.
Yeah, keep it.
Okay. I went to all the trouble of finding this for you, but okay. Well, I'll leave it here in case you change your mind.
Last one I bought was 2. I'd give you 5 for it.
Well, prices are steep here in Minute, and I do have to cover the and he does air quotes insurance costs to ensure that no unaccounted for fires should start in or near my shop. Let's see here. You can try and talk him down. You can try bargaining if you'd like. It would be a challenging bargaining test. This is where Edmund, pushes you aside and steps in.
Hang on a second. You find my
I
stuff.
certainly don't get anywhere.
Come on, Governor. You know that insurance usually doesn't cost that much. So, how about we work out a deal here? My friend here has 4 silver for you instead of 5, because travel expenses and all insurance on the road and all that. But maybe we would spend more with you a little bit later if you gave us a good deal, right?
He looks you over and his eyes are darting back and forth, and he's looking over your shoulder as you're speaking. And no, the price stands.
No bargaining test.
Oh, it was Erg who rolled it. Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Sorry, I saw Erg's and I didn't see the name. I just thought it was yours, and I saw it was a big fat failure.
What, a standard? What?
It is a challenging bargaining test or bargain test.
Hang on, let me look. I think I've got a skill for this. Is this a black market good?
It is uncommon. It's not necessarily a black market good, but it's not easy to come by.
Fencing, black market goods, or procuring illegal information, I get a bonus.
Okay. No bonus on a silver dart.
Is it just standard, you said?
It is challenging.
No challenge. That would be a critical success.
Oh, I didn't even look at that. He goes, okay, how much did you offer me?
I think about 4 silver would probably cover. That's about double what we usually pay.
So we'll say you're holding, or maybe Erg's holding the 4 silver out, and he just grabs it, throws the dart down, and goes, "Okay, be gone now. We're done here. You have your dart. Please leave."
Thanks a lot, Governor. We'll be sure to patronize you again later.
Right.
Actually, Ruby had a quick question.
He's kind of
She says
he's starting to usher you guys out and start pushing you out. But yeah, go ahead and ask your question.
Was he afraid? Ruby realizes that he's afraid of the wizard, and he knows what the dart's for. So she'll pause and she'll say, I'm looking for a Main Gauch. If you happen to have one of those, that would be very interesting for me.
He says, no, I haven't had weaponry of that type in quite some time.
Any ideas where I could get that?
Possibly in one of the neighboring cities in the area.
All right. She leaves.
Yeah, okay.
Before I go, I got a quick question for you, sir. I'm looking for a certain spice. I had it on human once. Somebody wanted to go telling about what I was buying at their store, and I got a little hungry over that anger.
So you're asking for spices?
Oh, he's intimidating him.
Are you threatening to eat him?
That is full on an intimidation. I don't want him going and telling what I just bought.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll intimidation. Because, ogres are kind of known for eating people.
Anything specific?
Let's make it a routine.
I'm grabbing some water.
Okay. Routine intimidate. You're a large ogre. So, okay. He goes, yeah, listen, please go. I'm shutting down for the day. No one is here, so I shut down early due to a slow business day. Please, be gone.
Have a great day.
So he ushers and kind of edges you guys out, and the door closes, and you hear as the locks come on, and the little sign flips to closed, and the lights go out.
What do you think, guys? Will he be talking about me later?
I don't think so.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where do you guys want to head now in Minute?
Probably talk to that lady that has the potions.
The potion lady. Yeah. So you guys want to head to Lanterman's Remedies and go see Katrina Lanterman provides all sorts of ointments and remedies to the ladies and the patrons of One-Eyed Jacobs. So you guys are heading through the streets there, and the way to the remedy store, you have to walk near the docks. So as you guys are strolling by the docks, you see the gentleman who met you on the dock, the dockmaster last night, Herman, and he sees you, recognizes you, and he starts waving. Hey, hold on, and he scuttles over to you. And he goes, hey, you came in with those wardens last night, didn't you?
Never met a warden in my life.
Yeah, no other ogres came in last night, or halflings or dwarves.
Never met a halfling or a dwarf in my life.
He looks very confused by this. As he looks at Ruby and Barsh and scratches his head.
She winks and she says, do you need something, Governor?
Well, you still owe me the toll for last night.
Oh.
Never met a toll in my life.
But how much we owe you?
Oh, it's just a copper piece each.
Right.
But I'll tell you what. I got chatting with those wardens last night, and they told me a little bit about the four of you. Are you the heroes of Vorburg?
Maybe.
Now them I've met.
Yeah, we may have been through there.
Oh, okay. I've heard tale of the deeds of the heroes of Vorburg, and I hate to ask this, but I could let the toll go, and perhaps you could help me out.
Well, we are all about helping. What is it that you need, Governor?
Well, about 3 nights ago, my assistant, Reuben, I caught him breaking into the toll house and trying to make off with the money box. I have a feeling he works for Bruno Kennard. So I have him locked up in the toll house at the moment. And there's supposed to be a judge passing through here in the next day or so, and I'm worried Bruno's men are going to try and either break him out or break into the toll house and kill him. And I'm wondering if you could help me guard the toll house tonight to ensure that he stays alive and that he sees justice when the judge makes his way through town.
Well, we'd be
What's
happy
the name
to...
of the judge?
It's Judge Gunter. Gunter something or other. Gunter Randolph. No relation, Edmund.
Hey, it's my cousin.
Yeah.
So Ruby will tilt her head and she'll say, well, we would be willing to act as your guard, but we charge a tad more than a copper.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'd be willing to pay.
Okay. Where are you going to be?
I will be here. I'll be here at the toll house, and he points to a house near the docks. I will be here, ready and waiting. I just ask that you meet me here at sunset.
Well, let us. It's middle of the day right now, right?
It is the middle of the day. It's like mid-morning at this point.
All right. Ruby says,
Could you bring us some cookies too?
It's a strange request, but yes. Let me.
I just love Toll House cookies.
Toll House cookies, right?
I was thinking the same thing, but I didn't think anyone would get it.
For the heroes of Vorburg, I will get you cookies.
Yeah. Ruby says, we may want to help you. We had some other things we were working on, so we'll have to get back to you. But we'll let you know here in the next hour or so. How's that?
Oh, that sounds great. Thank you so much.
Oh, hey, Can you point us in the direction of Unther?
Utes or whatever.
Oots. Yes.
Oots. He goes, yeah, he's over there, and he points at a human, bit of middle-aged human, rugged-looking fella, lifting a crate, and carrying it down the dock.
What's his last name?
You know, I don't know.
Ruby will nod, thank him.
Sure. Hey, I hope to see you guys later tonight. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll head off. She'll wave to him, smile, and we'll start to head off toward the potion shop.
Okay. Towards the potion shop.
Or
Lantermans.
whatever. Lantermans.
Yeah. So it's actually it's in a small hut on the edge of Minute. So you guys make your way there, and as you start to get close, your nostrils are bombarded with the overpowering aromas coming from within. And you enter, and you're greeted by an elderly lady, and she introduces herself as Katrina Lanterman and asks, "How can I help you?"
Well, we'd just like to take a look at your wares. I heard you have interesting things here.
Yes, of course. You notice in her hands she's grasping a large lantern as she's speaking to you, and she goes, "Yes. What is it you need?"
That's a curious thing. Do you always hold the lantern?
I do. Yes. Though, so you noticed? Yes. I always carry this.
Is there a reason?
No reason at all. And then she kind of tilts her head and moves it closer to her face, and she's kind of speaking softly to it, and then lowers it back down. So what is it you're looking for?
Matt, I'm just going to quietly look for anything magic in here.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make me a challenging incantation roll. I'll tell you this right now, though, as you're perusing, you can buy here anything, any medicine that's found in the medicine's trappings in the main book.
Oh, we might want to get some of that. Actually, what do you have that's good for
just
critical fail?
So you were looking for what? Things that are magical?
Yep.
Yeah, you grab a toadstool that's sitting there, a dried toadstool, and you're like, there is something about this. Something magical. Some magical properties to this toadstool.
Oh, that would have been a critical success if it was a normal roll.
Yep.
What kind of shop? I mean, she has like cure-alls and stuff.
Yeah, so there's herb jars everywhere, and aromas, and there's like dried plants and stuff hanging from the ceiling, and it's a medicine shop, a remedy shop.
Okay.
So like I said, anything that's in the medicine section of the trappings chapter can be found here.
Matt, I kind of want to ask her what one of the things I have on me can be used for, but I don't really want to put you through that.
I don't know which one that is, but
royal water.
Royal water.
Orcs mold.
What we can do is, I don't have the book.
Wow, it's worth a lot. It's 18 gold crowns.
I don't have my digital copy of the book open. If you guys do, I'd say let's search for it. Let me bring it up here.
I'm just in your. I'm in the reference SRD thing.
Oh, nice, even better. We should use that more often. Does it describe in there what it is?
It doesn't. I've got prices, but that's about it. It doesn't say what it does.
Interesting. And I see Orc's Molt is what I'm reading, and it's an ingredient in that. I'm just doing a search on the PDF. That is all.
I have one of these things. I have no idea what it's for. I just know it's worth a heck of a lot of gold.
Yeah.
Other than treating Orc's Molt. Because I think that's what it... Let me do it one time. But, okay. Anybody else looking for, wanting any medicinal goods?
What he would be looking for. Yeah.
What are you looking for, sorry?
I said what he's looking for wouldn't be there. Something to remove his brain.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, there wouldn't be anything of that type here. That's it. Yeah,
You want to buy a thing of Orc's Molt?
Who, me?
The Lanternman.
Oh.
Apply. It says need to burn off a bunion. Apply royal water until the bony protrusion boils and pops. That's just a little right up here under medicine. Yeah, she looks at you and goes, I have plenty royal water, thank you. I don't know where yours is from, so no, I'm good, thank you. I'm not going to buy your royal water. And again, she lifts the lantern and just kind of speaks into it, whispers to it, something that you're unable to make out.
How much is the toadstool that I think is magic?
It's 3 copper, which is a hell of a deal for something that's magical.
I need to buy this toadstool.
All right, so she tells you the price, and you purchase it.
What's it do?
You ask her.
Absolutely.
She goes, "Well, it cures the trots when you got them." You got a bit of an upset stomach there, big boy?
No, but I know someone who likely will at some point.
Glances
I don't know
over
what
at
you're talking about.
Is there anything else you guys want to do with the medicine shop?
Nothing here.
Ruby, you're the one that wanted to head here. Was there anything else in particular you wanted to do, or buy, or see, or ask? Did we lose Ruby? If we did, then everybody else says they want to move on. So, you guys leave the medicine shop.
Guys, do we want to ask her if she knows those initials or not, or?
Oh yeah.
UG.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, we're looking for a UG. Do you know anyone in town by those initials?
Thinks about it for a while and goes, no, most people aren't friendly with me. They just come here and buy what they need. I don't know anybody. I'm sorry.
That's a shame.
And I know that filthy criminal who shakes everyone down for money in this town.
What's his name?
Bruno Kennard. So with that, you guys head on out and leave the medicine shop. What do you want to do or see next? You know there's also a shrine to the God Emperor here. And there's also another watering hole, a seedy watering hole that that you've heard about. It's by the name of Sigmund's Flask.
What is it called?
Sigmund's Flask.
We probably don't want to go too far away from the dock knowing this thing's arriving.
Yeah, it's about midday at this point.
Our
So
note
actually-
doesn't really give a time.
Is there is there anybody in town that handles like shoes or boots or anything like that?
The general store would have had some general provisions of that sort. Like, there wouldn't be like a cobbler.
Was there anything in that shop that would have been something that would have been for common ailments, like something that people would take for a cold or something like that? That would be a couple
Oh, that
copper
the
pieces.
lanternmans? Yeah. I closed the medicine trappings, but yes, there would have been something there that would.
Okay, Ruby will buy something like that for not wanting to spend a lot of money, but she'll buy something for a copper. It would be
Alright,
like an ailment
let's
type
see
thing.
here.
And,
You want something cheap, hey?
Yeah, it's just something she wants to use for a ploy or a dodge.
The cheapest thing you can buy is, for a brass penny, we keep calling them copper, is a ragged cloth by the strip, which essentially you can use to bind a wound, and that's 1 brass penny. It's the cheapest thing. The next cheapest thing is 2 brass pennies is a veteran's eye patch.
I saw that. Yeah.
Do you want to buy an eye patch, Ruby?
Nope. Can she for a brass penny? Could she just get like a vial, empty vial?
Yeah.
Okay. She'll do that and put some just put some beer in it or something.
Okay.
But yeah, what she wants to do, and she'll tell the party this when they get outside. She says, "I'd really like to find this dock worker's house." I was thinking, we know he's working during the day, so we could toss where he was living, see if there's any clues in there. What do you guys think about that?
Works for me.
She probably doesn't want Erg to be the moral compass, so she'll keep going. Looking for additional validation.
You're like,
Yeah.
What do you
We
guys
can
think?
do it. I
So while you guys are standing there speaking, this rather seedy looking fellow shambles over. You actually you recognize him as one of those street toughs, those thugs that were roughing up
Oh.
Fingal earlier, and he comes over. He goes, "Monsieur Canard wants to see you at the Flask now."
You want to hire us to beat up old men?
He spits on the ground. "I don't know. He summoned you. I don't know what for."
Probably needs real help.
He just kind of looks you up and down. "Come
I want
along."
to lose those eyes, boy.
He you can see that he's still feeling the effects of your intimidation from before, so he kind of ignores you, and he looks down at like Ruby. Or actually he looks to Edmund, because Edmund, you're the highest social class. He goes, "All right, come on, Governor, let's go. Don't keep Mr. Canard waiting."
Yeah, we'll be along. I'm not moving real fast.
Huffing and puffing.
No, I'm just taking my time because I'm not going to be ordered around.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, come on, pick up the pace. Let's go. So he brings you through the streets, Manute, and you come to this building. There's a sign hanging out front, Sigmund's Flask, and it's just a seedy, dirty, grungy-looking place. You can hear hooping and hollering coming from inside, and as you enter this place, it's just terribly noisy. It's cramped. It's a smoky hellhole. The noise is a combination of like laughing and jeering and dogs barking. The crowd is made up of like sawtooth hunters, haggard-looking gamblers, and kind of like rough traders. And they're all gathered in a circle, loudly cheering at two vicious-looking dogs barking and snapping at each other inside of a dog ring. Money is changing hands, bets are being placed, and just the atmosphere. As soon as you enter this place and you're subject to it, it just kind of gets to you. And I need everybody to go ahead and make me a routine resolve test.
A resolve test?
Resolve. Routine. You're going to see if this affects you mentally. We haven't done one of these in a long time. There's a lot of these in the last one. Okay.
Critical success.
Crit success.
Yep.
So Erg and Ruby both failed, right?
Yep.
So Barsh, you've seen things like this before, and you're unaffected. Edmund, in your line of business, you have to go into some pretty seedy places.
So the half-eaten skeleton face demon, no problem.
Yeah, multiple times.
But she walks into a rough bar and she pees her pants. Okay, great.
So you're going to suffer 1d10 plus 1 mental peril, each of you, and you both gain 1 corruption. So let me go ahead and roll this for you. Your mental damage. 1d10. Oops, that's a 12 plus 1. And both give yourself 1 corruption. So you each suffer 6 mental peril. Does that go over your threshold? Does it actually affect you and take you to the next level, either of you?
No.
No.
I have an 8 is my threshold.
Okay, so you're...
Peril threshold?
Yes.
Oh, peril threshold. How do I find that?
It should be on the very
That's
first
on
page.
all.
Okay, it says 14 is the first number, and then 20, then 26.
Oh, wow. So both of you are...
Or is it 8?
It's 8. It's 8.
Okay.
But both of you are still fine. Because
Mine's 9, 15, 21.
But you do gain a level of corruption, both of you. Or not a level of corruption, but you gain 1 corruption so far for this session.
Okay.
After
And then I was at 2.
seeing this. You put that on the first page of your character sheet. There's like a circle in the very middle of the order rank and the chaos rank. Just put a 1 in there.
But what about the 6? Do I put that anywhere?
No, because it did not go over your
okay.
your base number. It didn't exceed it.
All right.
Both of you were lucky. You're not suffering any mental peril. So this fellow, this ruffian, he pushes his way through a press of bodies towards a small rickety table at the back. Behind it sits a large-looking man counting piles of crowns, oblivious to the noise around him. The gentleman who led you there, he leans in and whispers something in his boss's ear and takes place behind him. Slowly, almost like he's afraid to let the coins out of his sight. The large gentleman sitting behind the table lifts his eyes. He gives you all a contemptuous look. And he
how many thugs does he have around him?
He's got the one standing behind him, but there's guys like everywhere watching. There's eyes on you all over this place.
It's
you
like
guys
Jabba's
stick out like a
palace.
sword. What's that, sorry, Edmund?
It's like Jabba's palace.
Yeah, like Jabba's palace. Exactly. You were severely outnumbered here.
Is this guy itchy?
No, he is not the one that is itching his region.
Well,
the guy at
if
the table.
that changed hands, if that changed hands.
No, he doesn't seem to be itching himself right now. So the man behind the table, he leans forward. He goes, now, first off, let me stop by apologizing for that little incident earlier. My men are sometimes a bit eager, if you know what I mean. And speaking of that incident, I must say I was impressed with the way you handled yourselves. I could have some use for the likes of you, a business proposal if you will. I will make it worth your while if you care to hear me out.
We're all ears, Ruby says with a big smile.
Ah, very cool. You're a smart little one, aren't you? He goes, listen, a lad by the name of Reuben worked for the tollkeeper. Got his hands a little messy getting a money box out of the toll house. And the fool got himself caught. Now there's a judge said to be traveling through this area the next day or so. And I want to ensure that my name is not connected with what happened there. And I don't want that boy to be able to ever speak again.
How old is this boy?
He's a young man, early 20s.
You know how to hold a weapon?
I don't know, the lad's a fool, he got himself caught.
If he leaves town, is that good enough?
No. How would I know? He won't tie this back to me.
So you mean like lose his tongue or lose his head?
Either will do.
Well, Ruby is going to cock her head and she's going to say, "What does it matter? Aren't you in charge here?"
I'm in charge, but I have no authority over them traveling judges. Besides,
well, what's a judge going to do? There's no law here in this town.
Well, that being said, Ermin Truman, the tollmaster himself, actually is a local authority, so they'll take his word over mine.
But so
He's
they
a
don't have
sanctioned
any
official, and any attack against him will be attack against me.
Well, what are you willing to pay?
I will pay you 25 gold crowns.
Okay, now that's got Ruby's attention.
Yeah, they got Parsha's attention too.
Wow, each?
No, he looks at you. Each? Are you kidding? 25 toll.
Okay,
To
now,
kill a boy, an unarmed boy.
Ruby wants to make a check to see if he actually intends to pay. Is that something she can roll for?
It is.
Because it seems like a high sum. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So what kind of down payment would you give us?
Nothing until the deal's done.
Scrutinized, maybe?
Yeah, go ahead and make a standard scrutinize test.
Yeah, she's not skilled in this. Oh, just missed it.
Just missed it. Yeah, as far as you can tell, he's a man of his word.
Well, I think she's smart enough not to believe that.
When it comes to this incident, you're like, yeah, I have a feeling he's got a lot to lose here.
Can I make the same roll, Matt?
Sure. Yep.
Never mind.
You're like, yeah, this guy he'll pay us for this. We just gotta silence the kid.
Wait,
This dude
under?
looks honest.
Scrutinize is under perception.
Perception.
Now, this wouldn't work on anything like attempting to recall a particular detail or a fact. This wouldn't be anything in particular.
No, you're just trying to read him to see if you think he's going to follow through with this. You can see that he's good for it. He's got a table of money in front of him.
On what level?
It's just going to be a standard one.
You said he has a table of money?
He's sitting at a table covered in crowns, gold crowns that he's counting.
Let's get him arrested.
Yeah, he seems to be on the up and up.
Yeah. Do you guys want to try and push him for some more money?
We're pretty gullible. Ruby's doesn't really want to take the job anyway, so she's not gonna.
It's a lot of gold.
She'll say, "We're gonna have to talk this over amongst ourselves. We'll. When's the judge get here?"
Oh, I believe the next day or so.
All right. We'll let you. We'll let you know.
Okay. As you kind of turn down his offer, his eyes narrow, and he leans in even further, and he goes, "You better not be sharing any of them details of our little exchange here. If I hear word of it, you won't be leaving Minute alive."
Hey, that cuts both ways.
Like
And,
my mortuary.
He leans back in his chair and he goes back to counting his money. And the gentleman who led you in here steps out from behind him, and a couple of others step out, and they start to usher you out of Sigmund's flask.
Okay.
With that, do you guys want to take a little break here? We've been going for about an hour and a half. Take a break, and then we'll come back.
Sure.
5 minutes.
Sure.
Okay. We will be right back after a brief break. All right, we're back from our brief intermission, and the players have been brainstorming and hatching a plan. So let's go ahead and schemes. Sorry, not a plan.
Scheming
a
a
scheme.
plan,
Let's hear this scheme of yours that you've come up with.
Ruby will start by saying we have 2 problems. If we deal with this kid all night, we're going to miss the trout and the Wytchstone. So we got to figure out a way to take care of that while we're getting on the boat. And the second problem is, if we don't take this contract, they're going to send other people to kill the kid. If it's us, at least we can control it. So I'm not quite sure how to put this together, but 2 thoughts I had, she says. 1, we could maybe fake killing the kid and throw him into the river, get some blood, make it look good. Then the other thing we could do is maybe bring the harbor master into our confidence and let him know that we're trying to stop some bad actors on the trout, or maybe use the trout as a place to hide the kid away. Either way, we could definitely find out what he knows about the trout. And then some who was it that was saying talking about working the judge?
What I'm thinking is we can save the kid, kill the cultist to get the cultist's tongue, to take the tongue back to old governor here to get our money. Then we go to the judge, tell him what's going on. The judge busts this guy, take him down as well after taking his money, and we save the kid. Everybody wins on us.
Look at you guys.
Ruby nods. I like it. Other thoughts, she says, looking around the group.
If he disappears from the picture, that was a lot of money on his table.
Right, but we can get the guaranteed 25 first, and we can come back maybe for more.
And we're all convinced he will pay us the 25.
Yes, you are all very convinced he'll pay the 25.
We've all failed our role.
Whoever rolled the 99 is really convinced.
That's me.
He's good for it. He sounds like an upstanding citizen.
This crime boss seems like a great guy.
So if we're in agreement, I think the next step would be to go back to the harbor master and tell him what our plan is. Bring him into our confidence and see if he agrees.
So you want to head back to the harbor?
What's everyone think? Is that the next step?
Yeah, I mean, trusting the harbor master may be dangerous.
We better go get this contract fast, because he's going to send someone else now.
Are the wardens still around?
Not as far as you know. You haven't heard that they're here, and you didn't see them in One-Eyed Jacobs last night, which is where you guys were directed when you came in the storm.
Any sign of that of those ships, or the ship we're looking for?
When you guys down in the harbor, you scan the names of all of them, and you didn't see the one that you're. Pardon me, the one that you're looking for. The twin trout.
The other angle we had was to toss the one dog worker's room, looking for additional clues.
Utes. UTZ. Yeah. So, you guys want to head back to the dock?
Yep. Are we in agreement?
Let's try.
While we're here, should we grab this contract first?
Go back in and speak to Bruno.
Let's tell him we fought about it, but we want a little bit more. I mean, it is murder.
Potentially innocent.
How many of us are there? There's 5 of us, right?
There's 4 of you.
There's 4 of us, and he's offering 25.
25
It's
and
an even number.
So you got to bump it up to make it an even share.
Yeah, so if he bumps it to 30, then we each get let's see, what's a round number?
So you guys going back in
7.5, 28 is what you want, I think. There.
Why don't we try 40 first, 10 apiece?
That sounds perfect. Ruby
So you
likes
want to go
that.
back in there?
It's easy
and,
to go down than back up.
Go grind them.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys make you go back in, and that guy who brought you there and ushered you out is still standing there and goes, oh, what do you want? You're not welcome here.
Shut
We're
up
here
and
for
take
the
us to your
job.
boss.
Change of heart.
I put my whole hand on his face and just push him out of the way. I'm like, we're talking to the boss, not you.
Oh,
And
nice.
just use my weight to push past him.
Yo, yeah, easily. You easily just kind of shove him aside. You just keep walking. We'll say that. You walk, and you just keep walking. You don't even look back, and you just push your way through the crowd, Edmund.
Ruby will
make your
wink at
way-
him.
You make your way back to the back of the inn where he's counting his money, and he looks up and like a Cheshire grin breaks on his face. Oh, change of heart, I see.
Yeah, we think we'll take your job, but we're going to have to ask for 40. Because we just seen we come in with some wardens the other day, so they may still be around, and you got a judge coming through, and you want us to make sure somebody doesn't talk ever again. It's going to cost a
Right. And it's going to be pretty obvious because we're the only people in town right now. So we're going to get blamed for this one way or the other.
So you want to make me a bargain check? I think is going to be the most appropriate.
This is definitely Edmund's skill set. That special thing he's.
And I'll do it at a standard check.
But like Ruby's backing me, or somebody's backing me up, or they could roll like the help die or whatever.
They can roll the help die, and then you can replace your tens.
All right. Does anyone have bargain as a skill?
It's an open skill that everybody has access to.
Okay. All right. Ruby will roll it then. Hang on.
Yeah, I need the help.
You can spend a fortune.
I'm going to wait on this other die first.
All right. Hold on a second. What am I rolling?
Just
Am I
roll a
rolling,
d10 for me.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Roll a 1.
Huh.
4 works.
45, a rating of 42. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I was looking at his 52. I needed a 41.
You need a 41.
No, that's a scrutinize. My bargain's a 52.
Yep.
Oh,
52.
re-roll your bargain.
No, that replaces it. The 4 would be a 45, so that's under my rating.
But you rolled scrutinize accidentally?
No. I've got bargain there. Has it not
Oh.
popped up on?
What am I seeing here? I see scrutinize.
Well, bargains. I see.
Oh,
bargain.
underneath.
Well,
I'm sorry.
bargain was a 85. Now it's a 45.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see 40? He goes,
First time that's worked, I think.
yeah. He goes, 40's a bit steep. We'll do 33.
How about 36? That makes it nice and even, and it's a little bit less than what I asked originally.
He ponders it for a moment. He fidgets with the coin in his hand, and he's looking at it. Fine, 36 it is. Yeah, make sure that boy doesn't talk ever again.
Done.
We'll make sure that happens.
I know where we can hide the body. I'm starving.
She pats him on the back. My friend hasn't eaten human in a little while. He gets cravings.
He's kind of disgusted, and he goes back to counting his money. So you guys make your way back out to the streets. And where was it you wanted to head now?
Well, the only things on Ruby's list are to toss the guy's room if we can find it, or to go to the harbor master and figure out what. But before we go there, we should figure out what we want to say.
I want to keep an eye out, see if the wardens are still around too.
Sure.
Yep. Well, somebody should be following us too from the from Kennard's crew. So we'll keep an eye out for them. And I'm sorry, I talked over somebody. Go ahead.
I was just thinking the same thing, Mike. Someone will be following us.
Oh, okay, good. Great minds think alike.
Now, will we know they're following us?
We spot them.
Okay.
Okay, so where are we headed next?
Well, I think we need to talk and come up with a plan. So, do we see anybody following us?
Like you're just standing outside of Sigmund's Flask right now, so you just want to kind of scan the streets?
Well,
Or
we'll
you want
move
to start
around.
walking?
Yeah, we'll walk around a little bit, see if we can pick up a
See if
tail.
anybody follows.
Yeah, go ahead and make a routine awareness check. Anybody who's actively trying to figure out if you're being watched.
You say routine or standard?
Routine awareness. Boom, boom, boom.
Awareness.
It's under perception.
Yes.
Barsh.
Did it roll?
It rolled, yep. You might have to just scroll down. I know sometimes Roll20 does it. You just need to scroll down. It doesn't show the last roll. But Edmund, Erg, and Ruby, you guys are all very aware. You're each taking a section of the road. You watch the left, I'll watch the right, I'll watch up ahead, and you guys are very keen and keeping watch. And it does not appear as if you guys are being followed at all.
Okay. So we'll get to a spot that's quiet and kind of circle up and say, Ruby will ask the group, so what's the next move? Do we, the harbor master wants us to guard the kid. I suggest we try and talk him into letting us fake his murder and see what else we can play out in terms of getting a tongue to provide. But I think with our evidence and the boys' evidence, we should be able to convince the judge to put this canard out of business. What say you all?
Sounds good. We're going to need a body part.
You need a tongue?
Yep.
Maybe a pig's tongue would work, right?
What I happen to know, because I've got my historic memory and maybe running in with the law, would I know of anything like what attempted murder and stuff like racketeering, like what this dude's into? What kind of penalty with the wardens and the judge? Would I be able to work something out where if we could get them on the same side to let them know we're trying to entrap this guy, that we could get him on our side?
Like given your experience and your profession, yeah, you have a good idea. Like you know, if it's ever uncovered what this guy's up to in this town, because you've seen, his grasp all over town, and he's basically controlling everybody and everything. If it ever came out, the level of corruption and the size of his organization, he'd be killed by the law. And you think with the proper evidence, it'd be very easy to get them on your side. They'd come in here and take him down.
Right. So if we can find them wardens and the judge is supposed to be heading this way, I think we can set this guy up to go down completely.
Good. Well, let's see if we can find the wardens. Are they still around?
Yeah, you guys want to start poking around town? Walk back to maybe One-Eye Jacobs or something, or we'll go back to
see if their barge is in the there.
Yeah,
we know the barge,
the harbor or the docks. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are walking around. You've kind of gotten off the path you were on earlier, and you're in a different part of town. And as you're walking through Minute, you hear like cries for help, coming off in a direction. It's a man's voice. Help! Get me out of here! Help! And you guys turn a corner and you see a small shrine to the god Emperor, and beside it is a rusty cage, and within the cage is your friend from last night, Diesel, the bouncer with the wandering hands.
Ha ha!
And he sees you and he locks eyes with you, and his eyes are wide with fear. And you can hear his voice it's trembling. It's whimpering. You've got to help me, please. You got to help me out of here before that monster returns. I'm begging you. No, it's too late. It's behind you. And you guys turn around to see the monster that Diesel's referring to. And you see a skinny halfling with a perpetual 5 o'clock shadow. And on either side of him, he's got 2 growling warhounds and a twisted smirk on his scarred face.
Are they pugs?
No,
Yeah.
they're not pugs. No. He's got a smirk on his face, and he looks you guys up and down, and he goes, I hope you're not planning on doing anything stupid, are you now? Hans and Franz here will be at your throat before you can get to your sword out of its scabbard.
If you knew me, you wouldn't ask if I'm going to do something stupid.
Yeah, you'd already know it.
What's your name, love?
My name's Ludo.
Hello, Ludo. You the local priest then?
Hardly, and he spits.
She was grinning when she said that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
He doesn't seem amused. Listen, I'm looking for a dangerous criminal. One of them, Erdanes. They say her name is Maria or something like that. You haven't seen her by any chance, have you?
What's your name?
What's an Erdane?
It's a region. It was mentioned numerous times in her appearance last time that she was at Erdanian descent. And look, he goes, there's a crown in it if the tip's good. And don't say the brothel. I've already been there. She's not thin.
What's your
You a bounty hunter then?
Might be.
How much is the bounty? She winks.
Did he give his name? Because I asked him twice.
Ludo. The name's Ludo.
Ludo. You know a UG?
No.
Erg goes silent.
He
Well, Ruby will say we were at the brothel last night and she was there.
Oh, really? Well, perhaps you could get me a piece of her clothing or a one of her personal items. My dogs could track her scent, and we could find her. There's a gold crown in it for you if you do so.
Miss, so what this last dude that crawls a bounty hunter of your stature?
Stature.
I wasn't being like trying to be a smartass to him.
I was going to say, Ruby's going to shoot you a glance. Watch her with the short jokes. Long
Go. Anybody who's looking for more information on what he's doing and this whole thing, go ahead and make me just a standard charm test to try and get him to open up a little bit. All right there, Ruby.
Ruby says, "I'm your Huckleberry."
Sickly boy-looking boy hired me to capture a renegade sorceress. So I'm here to take her in.
A sickly boy. She's a renegade.
You haven't heard any rumors of where I might find her?
Well, Ruby's is about to speak, then she pauses.
I'm willing to pay if the tip information's good.
It's too dangerous anyways.
Can you ride your dogs like a horse?
Yeah. He looks up at you and again spits. And, what's his problem?
Tall folk. So Ruby will approach a little closer and say, "Look, I'll tell you what I know, but I don't know that you're going to want to act on this information.
Go on.
It could get there's we're here checking out a local thug named Kennard. Have you heard about him?
Yeah, I've heard of him. He's a petty criminal.
Well, think this sorceress might have come under his employ.
Go on.
Rumor has it she's starting to use her magic to help him take control of the town. And, well, we were just coming from his place trying to figure it out, but he's got too many men. We weren't able to really intimidate him. And, well, if you sniff around there, she looks at the dogs, just be careful because, he's a dangerous guy.
So what are you suggesting?
She shrugs. I don't know. She wasn't there when we were there. So I can't prove that, she's in league with him. But maybe if you kept an eye on his place, or maybe she'd be. I think he works out of that place. That what's it called? The
Flask.
The Flask. He's got a table in the back. Maybe maybe set up in there and keep an eye on him. I bet she shows up sooner or later. She's got to report in, right?
I'll tell you what, if the tip's good and you're still in town, I'll pay you for your information.
All right. Well,
And
I hope it works out for you.
if I'm able to locate her, I'll tell you what, I could use your help. You look like an able lot. If I'm able to locate her and you're willing to help me, I'll pay you 9 gold crowns each for her capture.
Alive?
He doesn't reply. Just grunts.
Okay. All right. Dead or alive. Got it. All right. Well, Ruby seems like she's quite pleased at this prospect. She smiles and says, well, of course. That sounds like a fair wage.
Yeah. Very good. Well, if you find out any information or you're able to get something of hers that my dog could track the scent on, it'll help.
Right.
And he heads on his way. He starts off towards the flask. Sigmund's flask.
Best case scenario, one of them kills the other one.
Okay. So where... Oh, you still got Diesel in that trap. Also, so you guys are standing there at the shrine to the God Emperor. Diesel's pleading. Oh, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
So what'd you do to get in here, Governor?
I don't know. I knocked
Being
out.
an idiot.
Last thing I remember is you bozos and Jacobs, and I wake up and I'm here in this cage.
Last thing I'll remember was that last you trying to get a grab on, put your knock on your head, and put you on the...
Get me out of here. Listen, I work for Monsieur Kennard. You help me out. I'm sure there's some money in it for you.
Why isn't Kennard's boys letting you out anyway?
They can't be seen doing this.
What'd you tell what'd you tell the halfling about Marie?
What's it to you?
What'd you tell my kinfolk about? We're just curious, and you're hanging in a cage and asking for favors.
Nothing.
Okay. She walks away.
Yeah, as you're walking away, you notice inside the small shrine that there's an offering bowl that's dominating the small shrine, and there's spent candles and traces of burnt incense can be seen inside. Go ahead and make me a routine folklore test, everybody who's there.
Okay.
Guys, we do need a tongue.
Oh, that
Yeah, we do.
is poetic.
Yeah. Oh, you're evil.
That is poetic.
I don't know shit.
Making all my.
Oh wait, no, I made mine. That was Barsh that missed.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, 92.
Dang it.
Ruby made it.
I needed
So
a 65 and I failed it.
Ruby and Edmund, you guys both determined that this offering was not made to the God Emperor. It was made to the steward. So in this region, that is a very unusual god. It's very uncommon to find a worship to the steward.
Is that like another good pantheon, or is that like a chaos?
No, it's another good one.
That's a good.
What is the region that she's from? The sorceress?
Eridane?
Is that a common deity for Eridane?
You can go ahead and make a folklore test to see if you know that.
Can I apply my 18 on the last roll toward that?
No. You can go ahead and make me a challenging folklore test now if you'd like to.
Oh,
You can also ask all of us there.
yeah. It's she would. I rolled it before you said challenging, but she'd have gotten under the challenging because it would have been a 40.
Yeah. You know, it's not really to any specific region. Like there are areas that are partial to the steward, but you don't recall anything specific about Eridane.
Okay. Is the wax still hot? Is it still soft?
Yeah, it is still soft, and also as you get closer, you take a closer look at that. You smell orange and lilac in the air. A strange perfume.
Oh.
That's the stuff that we had before, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
very
seem to
weird.
remember someone else who smelled like that last night at the brothel.
Mm-hmm. That might be the something about Marie. Orange and lilac. All right.
It's about mid to late afternoon at this point.
We gonna take this guy's tongue and run or no?
Maybe we do that on the way back.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
All right.
Is there any? There's nothing else in the altar that, like when we look around that area, nothing else that we notice. Actually, you know what? Ruby will go back over to Diesel.
Mm-hmm.
Say, Diesel, who was praying? Who burned the candles?
I'm not gonna say. You get me out of here, and I'll give you information.
She'll draw a court sword and set it on one of the crossbars that's lined up with his throat.
Yeah,
and just start pushing.
You want to
pushing
intimidate?
it nice and. No, because I suck at the roll. She's just gonna go ahead and cut him.
You're just gonna cut him?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. That's an intimidating action. So go ahead and roll me an intimidation, and I'll make it an easy intimidation.
Okay. All right. Because apparently she's really bad at intimidating. All right. Let's see here.
You know who's good at intimidating?
I know. He should come over and intimidate for me.
I'm standing there,
Come on.
so I could assist, right?
You could assist, yeah. What does that look like? How are you assisting Ruby?
So I see him kind of faltering. Well, not faltering, but I see him put the sword up, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything. And
Sword
I am.
works. It cuts. Where is intimidate? I can't. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Good.
Oh, I thought. Oh, that's not your.
Nope. And Ruby did not pass her roll, so you can roll me a d10. And what does it look like? How you see Ruby struggling? Yeah, she draws some blood, but he's like pushing the sword aside. What does it look like when you step in, Barsh?
I step in and I just point to Morgenstern at his head like a baseball bat.
Do you want to roll your own intimidate, or do you want to try and assist Ruby?
I'll roll my own.
Yeah, so you just push Ruby aside, and you're like, this is what I do. This and kill things, right?
I think you summed him up. There. Ooh.
All right. So you ready your Morgenstern and you get it next to his head, and Yeah, what do you say to this guy? What do you say to Diesel?
Pay attention to the lady.
He goes,
That's it.
He's like trembling. He's sweating again, and it was the Aridane woman. She was here.
All right. And you didn't tell the my kin with the dogs?
Yeah, I told him. Those monsters.
How long ago was she here?
I don't know, an hour or so. I don't know. I can't tell time. I'm stuck here in a cage.
She see anybody? She talk to anybody?
No.
How was she? What was she dressed as when you saw her?
She was wearing a corset and a dress. I don't know. What do you want me to? Nothing unusual.
She wasn't disguised then, just like she would have been at One-Eyed Jacobs.
Yeah.
All right. Ruby will pat Barsh on the shoulder, give him a big grin, say, "I like your hammer."
He just stepped away, but I'm sure he would appreciate that. So you guys want to head to your next destination?
Yeah, I think we go back to. What do you think, guys? Back to the docks?
Yeah, we're getting late in the day.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of people to look out for. Gonna keep an eye out for Kennard's thugs. Got to keep an eye out for the halfling bounty hunter. What was his name?
Ludo.
We got to keep an eye out for Marie herself, and then the wardens, and then we're also looking for Oots.
Yep.
And then also the harbor master, in no particular order. Thinking we're going to run into them all in the square in front of the boats.
Protecting this kid is a good reason to be at the thing tonight.
Yep, but we can't just protect him. We got to fake his death, Ruby said, or we risk a confrontation with Kennard's men if they're having us watched.
The night is long and full of shadows. We'll figure it out.
All right, fair enough. So we head to the docks.
Okay, we head to the docks, and yeah, there's workers milling about. There's a couple of boats and barges that are docked there, and you scan the names of them, and none of them has the name of the twin trout on it. As you're walking through and kind of like scrutinizing things, you see Herman again. Herman Truman. You run into him, the dockmaster, and oh, you're back. You're early.
Yeah, you got a problem.
What's the problem?
Well, Kennard is going to try and murder the boy.
Oh. It's just as I suspected.
There's good news, though.
Yeah, what is that?
He hired us to do it.
Okay, are you here to? You're not going to hurt the boy, are you?
No, of course not. But thought we could perhaps make it appear that he has. All we have to do is produce a tongue. So
Okay.
we could make it appear as if he's been murdered, and then hide the boy somewhere else, maybe on one of the ships. And
yes, that's a very good idea. Okay.
Now,
go on.
cut-
Yeah.
well, just go ahead. What were you thinking there?
I was thinking your plan. It's excellent. Why don't we keep the plan as it was set out. Sunset, and we move the boy when there's not so many eyes. We move him to a boat. I like that. We take him from the toll house to a boat.
Well, actually, we had thought we could make it appear that he's been murdered, and like we're getting rid of the body, because we're assuming that Kennard's men will be set up and watching the dock house.
Where are you going to get a body from to fake a murder?
We're going to use his body. We're just not going to. He's just going to be playing dead. We'll get some pig's blood or get some fake blood and make it look real.
This might work. This might work.
Now, a couple of details we have to work out.
Okay.
We never did settle on what you're paying us for this work. We're going to be in Kennard's very bad graces, and he is something of a mob boss in town here.
Right. I don't have much to offer. It's just it's coming from the toll box itself. I could give you, I don't know, three gold each.
All right. And once we we'll help you with the judge too. We'll testify that he tried to hire us to murder the boy. That might help.
Yes, that should help.
All right. So we'll for now keep an eye on the tower or in the watch house, but I don't think anyone will be coming unless it looks like we're going to not live up to the job.
Okay. Very good. So you'll return later?
We're going to stay close to the docks, keep an eye on things. There's a boat we were looking for, so when that comes in, that might be the boat we take the boy to.
Right, okay.
All right. Anything else we should know? Any other people in town? Are the wardens by chance still here?
They left last night in the storm. They just dropped you off and continued on their way.
Anybody else could help us if we have to go toe to toe with Kennard's men?
No, everyone's corrupt here. I'm the local representative, and that's why I believe Kennard is so afraid of me being involved. As my word goes a long way here in this town. When that judge gets here, his man is going down, and hopefully tie everything back to him.
All right. Well, you can fight then?
I can handle a sword. Not well, but I can handle myself.
All right. Well, I suggest you get one. Like I said, we'll be staying close to the docks. We're not gonna enter the dock house until we fake the death,
right?
Murder. But you might want to go ahead and get the kid prepped.
Sure.
Get me a couple jars full of pig's blood ready in there, so we can set the scene.
Leave them in the room with the kid.
I'll see what I can do. Listen. I've only got a few hours here. Let me finish up my duties, and I'll see what I can do.
All right. And once he leaves to take care of the pig's blood, that's when I think we want to go talk to Utz, because if things get ugly with Utz, then we'll be able to. He won't see that happening.
Sure.
Before he takes off, did anyone else want to say anything to him or have anything to add to the plan? I don't want to be the only one.
I'm good.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So he scuttles off, and you see Utz working. He's working near one of the ships now. He's offloading some goods off one of the ships, and yeah, you're able to find him easily.
This is obviously an intimidation job, and Ruby's not going to do that, so she'll step back.
Yeah. So, like I said, he's a burly human. You get closer. He's a middle-aged man. It looks like he's got a scar across one eye. He's missing an eye. So, how do you guys want to approach him?
Does he own that bar?
Does he own the barge?
No, the bar. The one wasn't the bar called like One-Eyed something?
Oh, One-Eyed Jacobs. You're
Is this
pretty sure
Jacob?
he's not the owner of One-Eyed Jacobs.
I was told he was dead.
Yes, he is. I think Ruby alluded earlier to what a One-Eyed Jacob is.
Oh,
For
Now
Twitch
I-
community reasons, we can't say, but
Oh,
use your
I get it
imagination.
now I get it.
So, yeah, you've got Utz there, and he's working away on the dock.
So are we
Barsh,
going-
if you don't want to do the intimidate, I'll go over. I'll go over and talk to him, but I mean that's not always great.
Well, we'll see. I'll stand behind you with my Morgenstern. I've already drawn it as we're walking up to him.
Okay, yeah, you draw it as you're walking up, and
That should give me a plus.
you gain his attention. He turns around. He's like, "What? Listen, hey, did Kennard said? Listen, I told him I'll have the money. Just he gave me till the end of the week. What's wrong?
We're just looking for a guy with a certain last name. Would you be able to provide us with your?
Yeah, what? My last name? What? Listen, you work for Kennard?
Just
We
we're
work
asking
here and
questions.
there.
Okay, yeah. My last name it's Schultz. It's a lot of Z's. Old Schultz.
That's a UG on the note, right?
Yeah, yes, it was a UG.
What do you think? This isn't the guy we're looking for, is it?
Well, hang on. Let's do a scrutinize on that.
Hold on a second. We're not done yet. So he's really at you. He's like, hey, listen, he gave me the end of the week. What do you want? My name's Schultz. So you can tell Ruby that this guy's like really scared and he seems to be telling the truth.
I think our lead might have just dried up here, boys.
You believe him?
Ruby does. Yeah. Hey, Ruby will go up to the man now, and she's going to be much sweeter. Say, look, a couple things. We don't work for Kennard's boys, and in fact, we'll see about getting. Is that a gambling debt you owe him?
Yeah.
How much do you owe him?
I owe him 7 silver.
All right. Well, that's what is that? That's like a month's work on the docks, almost probably, right?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. How about this? You help us out, and we're gonna make that go away. How's that sound?
Who are you?
We're the good guys. She gives a big smile, and we don't like people like Kennard
Spit on.
squeezing all the money out of this town.
What kind of help do you want? You shake me down for money also?
No. We need eyes and ears here, and
Okay.
we're helping. What's the harbor master's name?
Herman Truman.
We're helping Herman tonight, and we're gonna need all the help we can get. And you're a big burly guy, so you know how to handle a weapon.
No.
Well, your eyes and ears will be as good as anything. We're looking for a ship that's supposed to be coming into town.
Okay.
Goes by the name of the Twin Trout. Have you ever seen it? heard of
Nope, it's not here now and hasn't come in the last few days. It's supposed to arrive tonight or today.
Tonight, maybe? We're
It's
thinking
late in the day. Yeah, if it arrives, I can let you know. Where are you? Are you at Jacobs? You staying at One-Eyed?
we'll be along the docks tonight. We're also
Okay.
looking for that lady Marie. She stays here in the evenings looking for a ship. Do you have you seen her?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know her name, but is she
Pretty dress,
from
smells like oranges.
Erdanian woman?
Yes.
Yeah, she comes down here every evening, checking out the ships.
Where does she go anywhere normally?
She comes, walks the docks, studies everything, and goes off on her way.
All right. Well, you let us know if you see her or if you see a halfling with a couple of dogs, okay?
Yeah, I will. So here tonight? You want me here tonight?
Yes. Yep.
All right. And then that's it? My debt is paid?
That's it. We'll take care of it. It might take us till the morning, but we'll see it. Your debt's due at the end of the week, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, I think you'll find things are very different by then, one way or the other.
All right. Thanks, I guess. Okay.
Now we wait.
Now you wait? You're going to go to the toll house, or what do you want to just kind of hang out around the docks and watch for ships?
Yeah, we want to basically do what a bunch of murderers waiting for the dark of night would do.
When was this judge supposed to be in?
In the next day or two. Okay. We're gonna just count down the hours till dusk when Herman scuttles back.
What do you guys think? Any good strategies for handling those dogs?
Food?
Couple big steaks, maybe?
Poison.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that'd work on me if I was a dog.
Might work on you even now. Just throw them out. Yeah, do we? I don't know if we get a poison fast enough, but this is a fishing town. What if we worked a bunch of like nasty fish hooks into some raw meat?
What?
Or do we really need to kill the dogs?
Yeah. Right. Wait a minute.
Do we want to run over to the lantern lady and see if we can get something to put him to sleep easy?
Yeah,
that might be a little bit better than trying to kill him. Horrible hooks.
Well, I mean,
sorry, grim dark here.
if they die, we can eat them.
It's true.
So yeah, maybe something to put them to sleep with some meat would be a good idea. That's
there you go.
Let's start there. We'll fall back to the fish hooks if there's nothing.
I can give you corruption just for saying that.
Dark.
I'm gonna give you 2 corruption just for uttering that. It's terrible. Just killing these animals.
That's
Putting
horrible.
fish hooks in meat.
Dogs?
Just just to cut their insides. No, just a Ruby for being so evil.
I agree. Give him 2.
Okay, yeah, 2 corruption.
All right.
No, let's say all of us got 2 corruption, but we're going to give them all the root.
Yeah.
Well, Edmund was like the voice of reason. Like, can't we just put them to sleep?
At least the poison I was talking about was just to kill them, not to put fish hook.
Not to make them suffer.
Well, I just figured if we couldn't,
Let's run over to Lantern Lady then before she closes, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, and maybe is there like a street vendor that's selling cheap cuts of meat?
Yeah, you can find cheap cuts of meat. It's kind of like entrails and like the undesirable pieces that sell for next to nothing.
That the dogs would eat up. Okay,
Yeah,
that sounds good.
going after like a ribeye here or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you easily find some like scraps of meat. It's just like the leftover stuff, and you can pick that up for a couple of brass pennies. Just 2 brass pennies, and you get some meat. You head back over to Crazy Lantern Lady, and you walk in, and she's whispering to her lantern, and she quickly drops in. Oh yeah, you're back. You're back. What is it that you're looking for?
We need something that'll put 2 dogs to sleep really quick, like just borderline.
Oh, you have sick dogs, and they need to be
Yeah,
operated
they
on.
just need to rest.
Yes, that's exactly what we have.
Okay. Yes. And she starts walking around. She grabs, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, takes another jar, and she starts putting this stuff together, and she eventually puts it in a mortar and pestle and starts crushing it and into a powder. She goes, "This'll do the trick."
Excellent, thank you. How do we apply it? Mix it with some meat.
Sure. Yes, you could rub it into some meat. Just make sure you don't touch your mouth to your hands to your mouth afterwards.
Okay.
So
Still can't figure out that lantern.
that'll be 9 silver pieces.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We don't like the dogs that much, Ruby. You'll just laugh. How much
Edmund
for
will
fish?
buy it.
Do you sell fish hooks?
Edmund will pay the 9 silver.
All right, Evan pays the 9 silver for the sleeping powder.
Oh.
Cheap bastard. Where can I get some rusty fish hooks?
Rusted.
I don't want no new shiny ones. I want some old
Yeah.
used.
We want to risk tetanus as well. Oh.
I'm
Okay.
literally petting my dog here as I'm here. And
Covering his ears. It's okay, boy.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Don't-
she could go evil and dark real quick. It's
Don't listen
just,
to the bad man.
That's right.
All right, so you guys get that and you apply it to the meat. You go back to the toll house, and after it's all said and done, it's getting close to dusk, and Herman arrives back, and he's got 2 big jars just full of blood. He's okay. I got what you needed. What do we do?
Make sure there's a tarp or a big rug or something we can carry the kid in. Or make sure he knows to stay limp when we carry him like he's dead, because if he can't pull it off, then he really may end up dead.
Okay. He goes, "Oh, well, we should discuss this inside," and he unlocks the toll house and ushers you in. And inside, there's a cell at the back, and there's a boy sitting. A young man sitting in it, and he's got manacles on. And as
I
soon
dip
as-
my finger in the blood and taste.
It tastes like pig. You
Pig blood,
scrutinizing the
huh?
blood? Yep, it's pig's blood, like Ruby requested.
Perfect. I'll take whatever's left.
Just down it.
I could have had a V8.
Yeah. He goes, "Oh,
Imagery, right?
the kid's like, oh, you're here to let me out. Okay. Finally, you came to your senses, Herman."
Nope, kid, we're here to murder you.
What?
Your boss, Kennard, he paid us 40 gold to murder you.
Okay. So you're here to kill me?
Well,
Pretend.
depends. Are you willing to testify to the truth of who was behind robbing the box?
Yeah, it was me.
Looks to Truman and says, "I'm not sure we're gonna need that pig's blood after all."
You're intimidating him?
No, because I can't. I'll just step back and drop my head and let.
Does somebody want to try and intimidate the boy, Ruben?
I'm putting skill points in that next time.
What do you think, Bars? You gonna go for it?
I am. I was just looking for the
It's gonna be again, it'll be an easy one. All right.
Oh, if it's easy, that means I got like 50.
So yeah, Barsh, what do you do to intimidate this poor kid in the cell?
Listen, we don't have. He's in the cell.
Yeah, he's in a
So-
cell.
Yeah, I'm saying, listen, we don't have time around. Listen, and let's move.
Okay.
We're not
Okay. What do we?
Hold on,
Fine.
we're not ready to do this yet. We got to wait for our ship to come in. Or where are we putting this kid? Where are we going to put this kid after we do this? Where are we hiding him? Because
This
Anyway,
What do you want to do with him? Oh, did I lose you guys?
I'm here. I'm just.
I just don't know where to put him.
Oh.
Well, we kind of need to know what's going. Here's the thing that Ruby says. And she's going to try and talk to you guys outside of earshot of Truman about this if she can. She's going to say, we got a lot of moving parts here because I'm assuming Marie is trying to get on that boat too tonight. I'm assuming the halfling will be here to catch her. By now, he knows too, if he's been asking around, that she hangs out by the dock in the evening. So we got the meat ready for the dogs. We don't know where she fits into this. We know he's going to try and take her.
I think we got to deal with the kid after that boat gets here.
That's what I was thinking too. It's too many moving parts. We don't have a we know that when the boat gets here, we don't know if Marie is the one that was intended to meet the boat, or if there's at least one other party. So there's going to be this could be a really crowded dock, is what I'm saying. So maybe we kill the kid after we get everything else figured out.
Right.
What say y'all?
With any luck, there'll be a corpse on the boat we can use.
I'm thinking there'll be a few by the end of this night. And you see Ruby's got some fish hooks too.
All right. So, you guys just want to kind of wait it out until you see sign of the ship?
Who's got the meat?
Yeah, who's got the meat? The tainted meat.
Edmund paid, I think.
I paid to get the powder.
Yeah, you're probably Edmund's probably the one who should be poisoning meat at this point. I'm thinking he's done that before.
So Edmund is going to be carrying the poisoned meat.
Yeah.
You sure y'all want me to carry the meat? I might accidentally
He's
eat
going to
it.
start gnawing on it. All of a sudden, he's passed out, sleeping in the corner.
Failed your saving
Pawn
throw.
shot first thing might be pretty handy with him throwing that meat.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you're going to let Edmund hang on to it?
Yep.
Okay.
And we got how big is this dock?
It's fairly large. There's docks for 5 boats. It's a big area.
All right, so we got what's his name? The Woods.
Yep.
We're gonna set him on one end and give him a like a lantern or something. If you can get a lantern, and gonna tell him to shine the light, flash it twice if it's the girl, and 3 times if it's the halfling. And
Okay. So yeah, I'd say Utz has arrived and he's there. He's like, okay, what do you need me to do? And so you give him these instructions and send him to the other end of the.
yeah, and tell him just if you have trouble or if there's something else going on, just flash it multiple times, and then so then on the we'll just kind of, I guess you guys want to stay in a pack, right? Scooby Doo, we don't want to split the party.
Yeah, I don't think.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Where's the blockhouse?
The toll house?
Or the
It's at
toll
like
house?
one end of the docks, and you're
All right,
sending.
so we got
Utz
Utz, we got Utz on the far side.
Yep.
We gotta stay close enough to there that if Kennard decides he's going to move on the kid without us, we got to be there to stop that shit. So we'll
Of the 5 docks, how many of them have boats in?
3 of them.
Oh, that's a great idea. So where are the empty docks?
The empty docks are. There's 2 empty docks close to the toll house, and the other
Okay.
ones are for the ones that have boats of them are at the far end of the dock.
Perfect.
Yep.
We'll hover around the empty docks, I guess.
Okay.
Do we want to? How far are the buildings? Or the closest buildings to the dock?
Like there's just the one building that you're in, at this point. Otherwise, like buildings, like houses and inns and all that, they're a ways off. They're not very close. Like there's the dock area and then a road and then the houses. So
no
they're not
cover or
close
anything.
whatsoever. No.
So we can see things coming then.
You see things coming, but you're going to be pretty far away to close that gap. You'd probably be best off sitting near the toll house if you're looking to watch, or in the toll house itself.
Right. We'll keep it dark around us, right, guys, so we can see light coming.
Well, let's go eat some cookies.
Oh yeah, he came back with cookies also.
Oh, I love it.
Oh
Magic
yeah, that's right.
cookies.
So you guys are sitting there, you're eating cookies, you're talking with Herman, and you're talking with Ruben, you're glancing out the window every once in a while, and you guys are chatting amongst yourselves, and Herman is standing by the window, and he turns to you and goes, "Oh, I might not. Looks like I won't be needing you guys after all. The Reeves have just arrived early."
Those asshats.
Oh, yeah, the would-be law. So you guys glance out at the pier, or out the window, and it looks like a patrol boat has just docked at the pier. At the moment, a few Reeves have made their way off the boat, and they're talking to the pale young man with the well-coiffed hair that you saw the night before at One-Eye Jacobs. One of the Reeves hands him a small but weighty box and receives a purse in return.
What's the name of the boat that they're coming in on?
The Twin Trout.
Okay, that's the MacGuffin there.
So, with that, you hear shouting coming from the dock entrance, and you see Marie standing there in a wide-brimmed hat covered in purity seals and talismans fastened to her long leather jacket. She's wielding a flintlock pistol in one hand and a claymore in the other. She shouts, "By the power vested in me by the Temple of Stewart, I find you guilty of trafficking in blasphemous artifacts. There can be no mercy for such a crime, no penalty other than the cleansing flame of the pyre. In her wisdom, the custodian may yet grant your souls some clemency in death. I know I will not."
Let's go help the crazy lady.
Is she a witch hunter?
Yeah, she's an inquisitor. She's an inquisitor.
Nice.
And with that, as she's trails off, and she's about to dish out some divine retribution on those crooked Reeves, she is interrupted by barking and growling, and two familiar warhounds appear on the far side of or nearby on the dock. Haha.
Okay. Well, we got that part covered.
So the bounty hunter's there, ready to jump to action. So let's end
Somebody
here.
distract the bounty hunter, and I'll get the dogs.
We're at just about the end of our time, and this is a perfect place to end off, I think, this week. And then next week will definitely be the end of this quest. Just so you
3 hours of
know,
combat.
this is what I figured was going to happen. This whole session was going to be the investigation. There's not a lot to this one. And then next week we'll see what happens with this Wytchstone and this Inquisitor and a bounty hunter and some more crooked Reeves.
Fun.
Good stuff. Good investigation.
Good news, we're gonna have a body.
Or
Good
2
news.
or 3.
Yeah, we're gonna have several bodies.
Oh, it's funny. So are we good for next Sunday? Is that the plan?
I'm good. Hopefully you guys can all make it, because this will wrap up There's Something About Marie.
Yep, I think I'll be good.
Oh,
So thanks, Matt. That was a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to people who are watching that joined us. We'll be back next week for the grand finale. And thank you guys for playing.
Good night,
Thanks,
everyone.
Matt.